Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Fake, a three, it's through for Desmond Bain. FBK, fly by King. Wheels through the lane, now spins back. Ja hangs, puts it in! Oh, what a shot by Morant in the clutch. So hot. Oh, Jared said no!
Because he doesn't put on a play, comes up with a monster block.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Monday, March 10th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, Grizzlies are going to be at home for 4 games this week, including a Tony Allen retirement ceremony. It was a huge weekend of sports with the Grizzlies playing a couple games. There was a ton of college basketball going on. It is conference tournament week. The Tigers won the conference championship. NFL free agency started. We've got a ton of stuff to get to. We'll do 10 things from the weekend. It's a Monday. It's nice out. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Once in your life, won't you do what feels right instead of waiting for the next big thing to strike? Stop running your mouth, get out of the house, get yourself downtown and shake it off. Baby, once I wasn't enough, baby, I want the strongest of. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. Got a ton of stuff to get to on the show today. It was a good weekend, as we talked about last week, as we had gone through denial. We had gone through anger. We had gone through bargaining. We had gone through depression. We were not getting to acceptance in our 5 stages of grief, and we did not have to get to acceptance over the weekend. In fact, it was a good weekend all around. The home teams got some wins. We now have conference tournament week in college basketball. It was a big weekend of things taking place. A ton of guys in the NFL have gotten super rich over the last 24 hours, and there's a bunch of news regarding NFL free agency, so we will get to all of it before I get to anything. I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, in your sack. Johnny Bagpull, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Carb, John Lance. He's Yogi Roser.
What up? What it do?
Hello, Eeyore.
What up? I'm fine.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler. Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Mash, Navajo, the reporter, the photographer, he's Sir Hiss. Mr. Walker, 93.
Hello, good Americans. How y'all doing today?
All right, Dad, look.
Y'all doing good?
The lights are on.
You good?
Let's get some energy around here, okay?
Okay, Taylor
Can we
Jenkins.
get yo? Wake up!
Taylor Jenkins, all right, bro. Hey.
We got a job to do.
Hey, daylight savings
Get
time.
up!
Daylight savings
I
time.
wait. Oh, you thought this was the excuse show? This is the Chris Vernon show. Those are 2 different shows. The excuse show starts later.
I didn't make any excuses. I'm fine. I'm good. What's up?
Eeyore.
Like, what do you, yeah. I'm good.
He wants us to, like, do a backflip.
No rap lyrics. No, hey, what's going on? No meaningless banter. None of it. Just, hello. Hey, how's it going?
My bad.
Hey, nice to be here. Start the show over. Start it over. I can't take this.
Live from downtown
You guys get one more chance.
is the Chris
I'm not even
Vernon Show
Grumpy Grizzly
on
in today.
YouTube at Grind
This
City
is
Media
bogus.
and the official Grind City Media app.
This is
Now,
bogus.
here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. Ton of stuff to get through from the weekend. We did not have to hit the acceptance stage of the 5 stages of grief. Everything is great. The Tigers won. The Grizzlies won. The Grizzlies have 4 home games this weekend. Conference tournaments in college basketball are starting. NFL free agency is underway. We are going to get to all of it. Before I get to anything, allow me to welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Set, Johnny Beckwell, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, John Netcarb, John Lance. He's John Quadrant. He's Dr. Thunder. He's Yogi Roser.
Damn it, feel good to see people up on it. Flipped 2 keys in 2 weeks and didn't flaunt it.
Type shit.
Devin Walker's here. He is the microphone angler. Senor Quesadilla, Mr. Bash, Navajo, the reporter, the photographer. He's Sir His. He's a Walker 93.
First things first, them Chris Vernon Show Tony Allen shirts are in the store right now. The Battle Royale has started this morning. The Royal Rumble.
They wanted to know if we'd be able to sell any.
Dang, I forgot. I got to go down there and grab my dress.
Dude, they were flying. I got 4 of them.
I'm gonna tell you. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I park in the Gossett Garage. I pulled up to work this morning. Turned into the Gossett Garage. It's a swear. I see Roser. I see Darnell. I see 2 other people with bags. By the time I went from my car into the office, I haven't even been anywhere. I haven't been to the Grizz Den. Yeah. I haven't walked around the corridor. I haven't walked into the plaza.
Not the corridor.
I had to go in. I swear to you. Yeah. I walked straight in. I put my bag in here. I walked straight downstairs. And I said, hey, listen, I know now I understand this is the way this is going to be. I was like, and those shirts are all out there right now. There are going to be so many people that are asking me about these. I was like, I'm going to get hit up on this. I'm going to get hit up on this so many times. I was like, I need you to set me some aside. Right? Yeah. Like, because I don't want these to be gone. I have none. I have no shirt.
Yeah, I'm about to go send somebody down there to give me one.
And Roser said there were...
That's a medium?
That's a medium.
Roser said there were like 30 people in the store.
Dude, there was slammed. I went down. I thought people
were like filling their bags with them.
I thought the store opened at 10. I thought it didn't open until 11, but I thought they opened at 10. I got down there like 10:05. And there were already like 3 or 4 people waiting.
Yeah, I got
somebody waiting for the store to open.
Can somebody go down there? Hey, Luke, we're not going to talk about anything important in the next 10 minutes.
Look.
Can you go down there and grab me one?
Yeah.
I've been told if we sell out, we'll be able to get more, but because they can't sell out by the time the retirement game comes on Saturday.
Yes, they can.
No, but that's one of the things I said. Like, you can't sell out by then. And I was assured that in the case that we start, there will be shirts there on Saturday. That's what I'm told.
Yeah.
I am told there will for sure be shirts there on Saturday.
Yeah.
But depending on how today, we got a home game tonight, got a home game Wednesday.
We got 4 of them things this week.
And here's the truth. They're $20.
Right.
Dude, you can't even get a shot glass for $20 in there.
Yes, bro.
You
can't even get like a
it's the cheapest thing you will find in that team store.
You can't get a pen in the team store for $20, bro.
Yeah.
That you write with.
You can't get a magnet for $20, like just a refrigerator magnet. That's going to run you at least like $25.
I don't want to say you're welcome, but
yeah.
Hey, bro. I respect that. Feed the streets.
$20 shirts.
Feed the streets, bro. Luke.
I don't mind saying this. If I cared about making money off of those things, we could have charged whatever. I want the maximum amount of people to have that shirt.
Yeah.
End of story. And no lie, I walked in there and I said, look, I said, I don't care about, right? I want the maximum amount of people. But when my family asks me and then there are no shirts available, that can't happen. So I do need some shirts. The only thing I care about
is we gotta be able to
make sure I get some shirts out of this deal.
Yeah, right? That's all I'm gonna ask for, man.
But hopefully, they're on sale right now, and obviously they'll be on sale tonight at the game, and then the 4 games that are going on this week. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be able to get one. Don't worry. HR. Oh my God.
What did you do?
Well, we probably just lost our other guy that's on the show with us.
Yeah.
There we go. Chalk it up.
It's back to the good old days here. It's back when we OG started.
Always us.
It's just kids.
Let's get to 10 things.
I love 10 things.
We know. You guys were way better second time through. I gotta be honest with you. Sometimes you just need a foot in the. Number one, Grizzlies weekend. All right, so played against the Dallas Mavericks this weekend, and I gotta be honest with you, especially after last week and what we had been through, where we went through the stages of grief, and we chronicled them on Friday. We said it's denial and anger and bargaining and depression, and we refuse to get to acceptance. We're not getting there. And then we got to the Dallas game, and of course Dallas has nobody, and if I'm keeping it a buck, I got mega nervous. I was like, bro, no, I can't do acceptance. I can't do it. But if we lose this freaking game to Dallas, I'm gonna have to do acceptance.
Yeah.
We're teetering. We're teetering on the fifth stage of grief here.
We were there for
We're
about
teetering
3/4.
on the fifth stage of grief. I'm like, dude, no. Who is Brandon Williams? And why is he killing us? What is happening? And then, of course, they get to the fourth quarter and they outscore the Mavericks 33-17. So they win the quarter by 16, but they were down by 5 going into that last quarter. 5 minutes for the rest of your lives. And honestly, that might have been as important a 12 minutes as they have played this season. And that sounds insane, playing against that rat version of the Dallas Mavericks that has had their whole season ripped away from them. But, like, given what had taken place recently with the 1-4 homestand and the 4 consecutive losses, and now you're going on the road to play against a team that seriously cannot get anything other than horrendous news. Did you even see it continue for that? Like, they cannot stop getting kicked in the balls.
They didn't have a sub for the game, yesterday?
Well, they lost Omax before our game, right? Omax Prosper. And then they get to last night. They had 9 players in their game and lost 2.
Mm-hmm.
They can't get good news.
No.
And so that's what I'm saying. They keep on having this, like, tragedy of a season, some of which was self-inflicted, obviously, as their former best player is doing pretty well in LA. But, dude, you cannot lose that game. You can't. Not after the Wednesday night thing against Oklahoma City. Everybody's kind of down in the dumps, and now you're playing against this, fragile team, and you're down 5 going into the fourth quarter, and I'm like, this can't be happening. Like, really? Because it's one of those that you go, if you can't beat them, who can you beat?
Exactly.
At this point. If you can't beat them, who can you beat?
You can't beat the blonde team.
And they came storming back, and behind the strength of both John Morant and Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane had 27 points and 16 rebounds, doing what the moment called for. And then John Morant, who, like, I follow this one guy that's like that covers the Mavs, and in the first half he's like, so what's the deal? Does John Morant stink now? Like, they're fans who, this is the way we act when we watch teams that we don't get to see on a regular basis. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Huh? And then he came out in that second half and was a totally different player. And then in the post-game interview says, I know I'm not probably supposed to say this, but I had a little help. And he is smiling from ear to ear. And I'm like, whatever we did.
You got that shipment from Braun.
Whatever we did. And
got that shipment
honestly,
from Braun,
second half last night, like, are we just able to take care of business at halftime? Because my man looks good post halftime.
Somebody do that before. Somebody shoot him up with that before.
Yeah, before the game. Let's try before the game, right? When it's not sore or whatever. But I mean, he even was smiling ear to ear last night. It just has totally looked a lot more like himself in both second halves. And the other thing, and this is beyond whatever is making him feel better shoulder-wise. Dude, we've talked about this a lot, which is what is striking the balance between the, quote, new offense and what is best for Ja Morant and what you are seeing now. And I think this, and he even alluded to it when he's talking about me and Dez went to coach. And, I mean, watch what they're doing. Watch how many times they're not running the new offense.
Oh, yeah. Both
Like,
of them.
you know what I'm saying? Look how many more ball screens are you seeing up top for Ja Morant? When is the last time you remember watching the game and being like, what is Ja Morant just doing standing over in the corner?
Nah,
that's not happening as much, right? That's not happening.
To the highest screen, slither on the screen, get to my little midi. By the way, he been cooking it at mid-range, bro. People been talking, like, it was a whole conversation this year. It's like, why doesn't Josh shoot the mid-range? Why?
Right.
He gets slithered he stepped back. That little 13-footer, it's been money.
You're also doing a lot more that gets him into those positions.
Yeah.
Right? You're watching it unfold.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, they're not doing the whole drive, everybody. Right? It's not an abandonment of it. I'm just saying there's a lot more that augments Ja Morant happening.
Yes.
Than was happening. Right?
Yeah.
And thus, you're seeing him take 25-plus shots a game. And it's not just because Jaren's not there. Because this started before Jaren went out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're starting to see them augment things to where it's like, okay, part of this is being able to have our best player be our best player. And you have seen, there are 5-minute spans where you watch it and it is a flashback. You're also seeing with this becoming more like himself and them running more ball screens and him getting more opportunities, he has been infinitely happier. Yeah. Infinitely happy. Watch him.
I'm gonna trust me.
Just watch him. Bounce. It is a different bounce in his step that he has had.
Did you see the J Huff celebration? Do you see that?
Yes.
When J Huff dunked, he did the little.
Just a. And also what? Hey, and then you also saw him try one of the craziest dunks ever.
Yeah.
Last night.
Trey Murphy.
Like you're just seeing a different bounce to him that is happening, and I think part of it is maybe a little easing up on the shoulder, but more than that, he's getting to play more Ja Morant basketball.
I think it's the pain. I think it's 100% the shot.
Do you think
he doesn't feel anything.
He's
when he drives,
when
he drives and he gets bumped, he doesn't feel it. It feels like it. Dude, have you ever had a cortisone shot? Have you ever had you've had a cortisone shot, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you don't feel it. Like mine lasted like 2 weeks. And it was gone. Like, all the pain's gone. And it's awesome. And you can do anything.
I love it. But, hey, bro, I know we talk about Ja, but, the last 5 for Dez have been
unbelievable.
Yeah.
You see the stat about Dez the last 5?
Also, he is now, like, in the absence of Vet, you see him leading.
Yeah.
He's kind of taken hold of he's the clapping guy. He's the come on, come on, come on. He's the don't get down, don't hang your head, keep shooting. He's that guy for the team that you need.
Last 5 games for Dez, 26 points per game, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Him, LeBron, Giannis, and Tatum are the only players that average 20, 10, and 5 in that span. So Dez been getting to it, bro. Not even just shooting or rebounding. He been doing everything. Shout out to Desmond Bain. Man.
Both of them were a little dicey, but still, look, the only thing that matters is what column they went in.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, and you got to the fourth quarter last night, and, like, you texted us, and you said, I can't believe Murphy didn't get one of those last 2 looks for the Pelicans. And it's like, you look up, who are your best players? Like, John Dez took 11 shots in the fourth quarter for us. Murphy took 1 for the Pelicans. Give the ball to your best guys.
I can't believe he didn't get one of those last shots.
Yeah.
The other thing is, like, we had to hang on for dear life. We were pathetic in the fourth.
Yeah. Oh, we owned the third
18
quarter.
Points.
The third quarter is the only quarter we were good in last night.
18 points.
Yeah, that struggle bus to the finish line was rough.
Buddy. Yeah. I mean, thank God they had the lead going into the fourth and they were able to at least get a couple stops here and there because that was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
that fourth quarter last night.
I did say I love those. You see the jumps, the shoes that Jaw was rocking last night?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those multicolors.
Them jumps was
Yeah, what are they called?
They were called apparently they're called the Rock Your Hips shoes.
Rock your hips.
You know, so Roser, I know you're looking at me like
It's a dance, right?
you're looking at me like
Yeah.
It's a dance, yeah.
It's a New Orleans dance.
Yeah.
A dude got famous for it a couple years ago, and Jaw's homeboy is friends with the dude, so he made it.
No, isn't it the dance that when they came back in New Orleans and he did it, everybody thought he was shooting guns?
Yes. No,
yeah.
not everybody, just y'all.
No,
What's y'all?
What do you mean by y'all?
Specify.
I thought you meant ESPN.
A lot of us knew what he was doing, but a lot of people were like, "Is he shooting guns? Why does he have a bazooka?" But
I don't think anybody thought it was a bazooka, but
I mean, he did.
no, but no. See, I'm up on game. I know what you're talking
He
about.
tapped in, bro. I
Tapped
think you
in.
saw me tweet that last night.
No.
Do the dance.
You tweet a lot.
Do the dance. Do the
well, I
dance.
don't know the dance.
Do it.
I don't know the dance. Isn't it like?
There you go.
I look like I'm driving a car.
Number 2, Tigers win the conference title. All right, so Memphis won the conference title on Friday night by beating the South Florida Bulls at home. It was a good night all around for the Memphis Tigers. My favorite moment of Friday night was Devin Walker texting us that I was right about Dane Danger. This guy is for sure nothing to be trifled with. Look at his dad. And then sent us a picture of his dad. And, you know, as they say, the apple does not fall far from the tree. His dad appears to be not to be trifled with either.
Nope, not at all.
And so
Not at all.
I was right about that. Hey, look, I may not know much, but I can pick out somebody that you don't want to mess with. And Dane Danger's that one. He's the one that you don't want to mess with. And Devin said, yep, look at Pops.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with him either.
Bro, Pops had the little, I don't know what to call it, but like the little blanket-looking thing on.
Yes.
With the all golds, top and bottom. They're taking a group photo. Everybody's smiling cheesy. He like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep. That's not the one.
Not the one.
Not the
one. If he's sitting in your seat, you just go find another seat.
Mr. Danger, this is now your seat, bro.
Just go find a. You don't walk up and say, excuse me, I think you're sitting in my seat. No, you just walk. Just turn away, bro. Turn away.
Shout out, Mr. Danger.
Turn away. Yeah, so the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But look, all's well that ends well for the Memphis Tigers regular season. They now have a 26-5 record, and they are going to be playing in the conference tournament this week. Unfortunately, their first game is going to be at noon.
Dang, same time as the show.
As they are playing later this week because
On
they're the
Friday?
It'll be no.
Thursday.
Huh? Thursday.
You play Thursday.
Right? It'll be
Thursday,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday if they're able to win.
Okay.
All of those. It'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday if they're able to win the games that they need to. But in terms of the conference tournament, they are going to play the winner of Wichita and South Florida on ESPN2. And that'll be on the 14th, so that'll be Thursday. And then that one, if they're able to get past that, they will play more than likely the 4 seed is Tulane. That would be the team that they have to play if Tulane is able to live up to their seeding. And then the 2 and 3 seeds are obviously both on the other side of the bracket. You wouldn't meet them until a conference championship, and that would more than likely be either North Texas or UAB.
Listen, they play Friday.
That you would be playing
They play
against.
Friday, not Thursday.
I'm sorry?
They play Friday, not Thursday.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
Friday,
it's
Saturday,
I'm
Sunday.
sorry. It's
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah,
okay.
Friday, Saturday,
So
Sunday.
Friday is the noon game,
Yep.
and then they will play on Saturday, and then they'll play on Sunday if they're able to win. That's right. It used to be for so many years we would have our championship game on Saturday. I prefer that. I prefer the championship to be all wrapped up because by Sunday it's Selection Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? And honestly, from what everybody is saying, their seeding is really not up in the air, dependent on what happens in this game, right?
Even if they win the tournament?
I don't think.
I don't think it can improve it.
I think the committee has kind of shown that over the last
That's the only
2
thing-
years.
the only thing can be hurt.
That the conference tournaments don't really matter. If you win and steal a bid, that matters. But they tend to just kind of go by what happens in the regular season.
Well, and I've told you guys, I am fine. I get it. Everybody gets caught up in the seeding and whatever. I said when we had Gary in here on Friday, I told you, I would rather be a 6 or a 7 than a 5. I just don't want those 12s. And I told you, like these 12s, you end up playing these like smaller conference teams that are 30-3, and it's like good luck with that, right? And then and then whatever you feed into. Whereas, obviously, in my opinion, right, if you're like that, if you're the 6, you're playing an 11, and now I've got to play a 3 seed. Like because I think they are going to be underseeded, then I like the idea of being I don't want to be an 8 or a 9, and I don't really want to be a 5. So I'm fine with being a 6 or a 7. And it seems like that is totally plausible.
I got bad news for you.
What?
It depends.
The last bracketology has us at an 8 seed.
I got it.
Feeding into freaking Auburn.
I got it. That's where I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be an 8. So I want to be a 6 or a 7.
Yeah.
It's wild because there is some, like it's usually, there can be differences in where people have you seated, but they're usually pretty close. But Jerry Palm has us as a 6. So Lenardi's got us at 8. Palm's got us a 6.
So we're probably a 7.
Like that, I would gladly take a 7.
I'll take a
I do not
17.
want to be on that 8-9 line.
I would rather, to me, again, it's just my own thoughts. I'd rather, I told you I would take the deal of being a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, me too.
Either one.
That is the thing.
And obviously, look, to me, a 6 is way better than a 7. 6 is, to me, ideal because now you're playing a 3 on your next line to get to the Sweet 16. Yeah. And I look at it, and I look at the 3s, and I go, Memphis is that level.
Yeah.
2s may be a little bridge too far. Might be, but in the end, look, the Michigan States of the world are going to be at that line, and we beat Michigan State.
One night.
I just don't want to be playing 1s.
I don't want to play. I don't really care about playing Alabama, but if you told me in the second round at the 2 seeds here in Cherry Palms, Michigan State, Texas A&M, or Tennessee, I'd take those. I'd play it. I don't
like the Lenardi.
Look at the 3s.
The 3s are Wisconsin. I have not seen Wisconsin play, so I don't know. St. John's, Patino would be fun. Iowa State and Texas Tech.
But you're on that level.
You can beat them.
You're that level.
Yeah, but I'm saying we can also beat some of these 2s also. Like I think Memphis can beat some of those.
Yeah, I just don't want to feed into Auburn as our second.
If they do need to win the conference tournament though, because if they do lose, they are going to be on that 8-9 for
win
sure.
The conference tournament
they will
so
be
you can
on
avoid
it.
that lowest 8 seed.
I agree.
So you can feed. So you don't have to worry about feeding into Auburn because
I agree.
Auburn's one of them ones.
I agree.
I'm good on that.
No, it's exactly what happened to us a few years ago where we had Gonzaga in the second round.
Exactly. And we were like, bro.
Played them great.
Exactly.
But it didn't matter. But it's like, bro, if we would have played anybody else except for Gonzaga.
Exactly.
You know?
So, yeah.
Honestly, the year that Florida Atlantic did it.
Yep.
That was 2 years ago.
That was our year. Well, we lost to them in the tournament.
I know. Yeah. But that we were going to feed into Purdue.
Yep.
And Purdue got beat. Purdue got beat by somebody in the first round, right?
We could have beat them.
They did lose.
And then Florida Atlantic
made that run all the way.
And it was like, dude, that could have been us. We lost on a turnover late in the game.
Yeah, we did.
And a couple bad calls.
Davis.
I thought some bad calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was an 8-9 as well. So I mean, we've been on we've had good teams that have been on that 8-9 line. So we need to just win out and pray we get a 6 or a 7 rather than that 8-9 line that we've been in, because the last 2 times where we felt like we really had a chance had to face Gonzaga in the second round, and it was going to be that we had to face Edey and Purdue in the second round, but instead it ended up, they got ousted in the first round, and so you would have caught a break there. But I mean, that's not something you could count on. You can't count on a 16 beating a 1.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Handle business in this an American Conference tournament, bro.
Right.
Like, make sure you don't drop that first game. Don't drop handle business, bro. Because I don't want to deal with the 1.
It was Fairleigh Dickinson.
Fairleigh Dickinson.
Who beat Purdue? Yeah.
Number 3, Conference Championship Week. Okay, so I started watching some of these teams over the weekend. There are already teams that have made it, okay? Lipscomb has already gotten an automatic bid by winning the ASUN. The Big South has already got their representative. That is High Point. And one of the things, as I was watching High Point for a minute, so I go out of my way and I start...
High Point expert.
No, I start looking this up, right? It's on, and it's like they're going to be in the NCAA tournament first time in forever and blah, blah, blah. Maybe the first time ever. I can't remember what they said. Anyways, I go and look them up. So High Point, and again, I can't speak to how good they are, but they're 29-5.
Right.
They have the longest win streak in the country. Okay. And then one of the things that was going through my mind is, college basketball has changed so much that here's what I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess that the High Point kids, that those are not High Point kids. It used to be that if somebody like High Point made it to the NCAA tournament, it's kids that went to High Point. They have played for 4 years together. They are a group. They are a unit. That is their massive advantage over you, is that we are now, right? Here's these kids. You've been transferring from here to there. You've only been playing together for 3 months. We got 100 and something games under our belt as a group, right? With chemistry on the court, off the court, the whole thing, and whatever else. And then I'm like, so I wonder, like on a team like this, is this still the truth? Like that these teams have this extreme advantage because they end up playing so many games together, and like that when it comes to the NCAA tournament, that may become the story. And so then I go and I look up their roster.
Nope.
UTEP, Mississippi State, Texas Tech, Kansas, Minnesota, Florida Gulf Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Transfers too.
Their two leading scorers are from Texas Tech and Mississippi State. The two leading scorers are.
Well, did you hear the teams I just named?
Yeah, that's insane.
So you were good enough to go to Texas Tech, Mississippi State, and Kansas. They just happen to be playing at High Point.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's happening now. If you're amazing at High Point, you're getting pilfered to go to the bigger school. But all the bigger schools, guys that don't get to play, they've got to go find a place like High Point so that they can go get to play a lot.
That's crazy.
And so
get the most shots.
What I'm saying is, High Point ain't High Point anymore, or whoever, right? Like, you would typically play a High Point level player.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to play a High Point level player. You're playing a guy that went to Kansas. You're playing a guy that went to Texas Tech. You're playing a guy that went to UTEP. You're playing a guy that went to Minnesota.
You know who's next up in this?
What?
Is Davidson.
Oh.
Did you see Steph
right.
Curry got
Steph
named their
Curry.
assistant GM, and you know the money's going to start flowing in there for players.
You see who was on this High Point roster, right? Your boy Mike Miller's son. Maverick's on this team.
Yep.
He don't get no clock, but he's on the team.
Also, who has made it? SIU Edwardsville.
Hey, shout out to my my hustle cohort, Eli Savoy. That's his alma mater.
Oh yeah,
their first ever trip to the NCAA tournament.
That story was super cool. That coach said he put the scissors in the frame.
Oh
when
yeah.
he first got the job and said, I want to be able to use these scissors. And 6 years later, now he can break them out, cut the nets down.
That's
I thought
awesome.
that was a dope story.
Their first ever trip to the tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They got other kids too. Who they got? You looked them up?
No.
Look them up right quick.
SIUE?
Yeah, I got you.
No, I don't know who's on SIUE. I'll tell you the other team that's there, though, and this is going to be one that when we see the NCAA tournament, this is the other one that is punched, is Omaha.
Omaha.
You ever heard of Omaha? Omaha is
somewhere in middle America.
They are going to their first NCAA tournament. And it was even if they lost the Summit Championship game. So check this out. This is a crazy story. Omaha plays St. Thomas, or did play St. Thomas last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, St. Thomas, you're Mr. Mascot.
Yeah. There's no chance.
Take a crack.
There's no chance I get this one.
This is impossible.
They're Mountaineers.
The St. Thomas Tommies.
Yeah, no chance.
Oh, the Tommies.
Yeah. But they were ineligible for the NCAA tournament because they're completing their transition to Division I. And Omaha is competing in the Summit League, the Summit League Championship. St. Thomas was kicked out of its Division III league for being too dominant.
Dang. Okay.
The Minnesota school then just jumped to Division I.
From D3?
Yes.
Dang.
This is their final year that the Tommies are not eligible for the NCAA tournament. So Omaha, regardless of what happened in their title game, against St. Thomas ended up being able to make it to the NCAA tournament. And regardless, they won, right?
Yeah.
They beat St. Thomas last night anyway. So Omaha is the Mavericks.
Yeah, I would have got that one.
By the way.
I'm tapped in on that one. I would have got that one.
And then the other team, and I did watch this team. The other team that punched their ticket over the weekend, and I texted you guys about them, is Drake.
Drake.
And Drake.
Damn right, Ben McCollum. Shout out to Drake.
Drake is the best story in all of college basketball.
Might be the best team.
Okay? Now listen to this. My buddy Dan Wetzel, who just got hired by ESPN, no less, wrote an article about this team, okay? Mm-hmm. And I happened to watch them in their Missouri Valley Conference Championship over the weekend. So for 15 seasons, this coach that Roser just mentioned, Ben McCollum, ran the best Division II basketball program in the country at Northwest Missouri State. Mm-hmm. He won 81% of his games, including a 7-year stretch where they won 93% of their games and 4 national titles.
Yeah.
Okay? So the guy was just the best of the best, okay? The teams were good, so were the players, and a lot of them transferred to high major, Division I, European pro leagues, maybe even a stop in the NBA, okay? And so one of the questions was always, right, like this is like Division II, but they're doing it at the Division II thing. So what, right? And the whole idea was, well, like, what would happen if the guy ever coached in Division I? Mm-hmm. And so a year ago, Drake, they hired this guy, Ben McCollum, who had killed it in Division II, to take over their program after Darian DeVries left he got the West Virginia job.
Yeah, he's at West Virginia.
Okay, so DeVries got the West Virginia job, and they hire this guy who has won all these national titles and has been amazing in Division II. Okay, Drake won a bunch of games last year. They won 28 games last year, but DeVries leaves, and the roster is gone. All 12 players transfer out. All 12. They transfer out of the program. 2 graduated, and the others appear to have just quit basketball. So you had a team that was awesome that won 28 games. Their coach left for West Virginia. 12 of them transfer. 2 of them graduate, and the rest of them just stop playing basketball. Okay? So this guy takes over Drake. He needs an entirely new team. He has no players. And so he didn't go any, like as Wetzel writes, although he didn't set out to prove as much, what has resulted is a chance to answer the age-old question, what happens when the small time gets a shot at the big time? 4 of Drake's 5 starters all came from Northwest Missouri, his Division II school. Each of them previously deemed by all Division I to not be good enough for Division I. Another top scorer he got from a junior college. And 2 more contributors are freshmen. Of the 9 Drake players that regularly see action, 7 were not in Division I last year, while 2 players transferred from Wyoming.
Dang.
When rival fans took a look at the Bulldogs roster last offseason, the team was dubbed D2 Drake. D2 coach, wow. D2 players. They are now 30-3. They are 30-3, and they're going into the NCAA tournament.
See, bro.
30-3, and this is like a Disney movie.
It is, yeah.
Like, seriously. He took his team from Northwest Missouri State, moved them into Division I, and it's not like the Missouri Valley is some kind of...
No, the Valley's a good conference.
Ain't no Rudy Poo conference. Ain't no Rudy Poo conference for sure.
It says, no one is laughing now. The Missouri Valley is no joke either. 10 different league teams have reached the Sweet 16 since 2000, including 2 runs to the Final Four. including Wichita and Loyola.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm trying. This is the kind of team I'm trying to stay away from, bro.
Yeah.
I went and looked it up. They are. I texted you guys yesterday and I said, this is a death trap. If a team can be made uncomfortable, this is the death trap.
Yeah.
There are 364 teams that are logged in terms of statistically by KenPom.
Yeah.
Okay? In tempo, they are 364th.
Yeah.
In average possession, they are 364th. They are the slowest team in all of Division I.
Yep. See.
And it's by a reasonable margin.
Yeah.
See.
You know this happened when we played St. Louis and
Yeah, it's
Majerus.
what Majerus
Y'all
did.
told me about that.
right?
Yeah.
They didn't go
it's
for
like,
They
offensive
will shoot the ball
rebounds.
and run straight back.
Yes.
No offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
We're not getting offensive
You're
rebounds.
not
We're
getting
going to run back, and we're going to make them play half court.
And we're also going to make you play the whole clock.
Yep.
You're going to make you defend the whole clock. You're going to have to, and if you make a mistake, we will capitalize on it.
Shoot a layup.
I mean,
Bro,
if they play a team that wants to fly up and down the court, they are a death trap.
Don't say that, bro, because you're going to mess around running to them.
I mean, seriously. Like, they are, and that is the kind of team that ends up on one of these weird lines.
Yep.
And you're like, bro, really?
And the reason-
They're 30-3.
And the reason is the committee, they want to, the have-nots, they will put them against each other to make sure one of them gets knocked out right off the bat. So that's absolutely a team you would face on that line.
What do you think that, I mean,
6'11" matchup.
The crazy thing is, as Wetzel writes, and this is what it makes you think of, that, quote, age-old question. Like, what would happen if a Division II team ever had to play Division I teams? Like, what do you guys make of that?
That's
do you
crazy.
think this is just this amazing coach with this group of guys that has played together? And so, it does speak to how many good players there are that, like,
Yeah.
how?
There are guys who slip through the cracks.
But I'm saying this isn't just slipping through the cracks, Rose, and like they can compete on that level. Not only can they compete on that level, they're 30-3 on that level.
Yeah.
I would say it's a mixture.
How?
It's a mixture between coaching and the players, I think. Because I think there's I got homies that play Division II ball, and they always say, like, the margins are not that.
It's really not that great.
The margins are not that.
You know, we see this, it feels like once a year, we see this with those Division I AA football teams.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll play against, you'll see like some kind of North Dakota State or somebody like that, and you're like, you know, man, there ain't that big a difference between them and one of these teams that, you know, they're having to play against.
Is that the bracket they got them in? Who they got? What they got?
Right now,
Oh,
Drake
they got him in
is-
6'11". 6'11
See,
with
that's what I'm talking
UCLA.
about, bro. Look, bro. We're going to win our conference tournament. We're going to be a 6th seed. They're going to put us against Drake.
Dude, they could if Drake got. I'm telling you, if,
I would
if
not
that
want-
I
was
can feel it, bro. I can feel it
they
coming.
absolutely
kind
could
of-
give Kentucky fits.
and it's just the kind of team that makes your team fight each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they're like
Which
walking,
is exactly
they're
what
walking
happened.
down.
We saw it when they played against,
Chris Crawford and Will Barton.
I mean, it's just a meltdown.
Yeah.
An absolute meltdown.
Yeah.
It just drives you crazy.
Yes.
Because you're just playing possession. I mean, and it's like, you're not going to get these fast breaks. You're not pulling away from them. You're not like, and I just think, what an incredible story, especially when we talk about how many guys nowadays are coming into the NBA as second round picks and as undrafteds and all this kind of stuff. Now you see a Division II school basically just become a Division I school. I mean, these are the players that were involved. And now they're moving up a level, and they're 30-3 and just won the Missouri Valley,
Wait, do
and
they
now
play-
going to the NCAA tournament.
You watch some players, so do they play zone too?
Huh?
Do they play man-to-man or zone? They play zone?
No.
Okay, but I said they look like dudes that play zone.
Huh?
They look like a team that will play zone. They play the slowest. Because if they man up, I can, you know what I'm saying? They got some athletes, but usually teams like this that want to walk you down, They'll walk you down, then go 2-3 zones.
They can do it. They can
you deal
switch
with
up
it.
on you.
You know what I'm saying?
No, what they do is you go to a timeout because you're frustrated and your coach calls a timeout and he's like, okay, guys, we're going to run this play. This is what they're doing defensively. We're going to run this play. This is going to get an open look here. And then you come out of the timeout and boom, they're in a 1-3-1. And it's like, wait, what the hell are we supposed to do now?
See, they might be my nightmare,
They
bro.
would do that. They could definitely be that team.
I want to stay away from these folks, bro.
The Drake men's basketball team is known for physical defense and ability to disrupt opponent shooting. They are ranked 2nd in the country in defense, 4th in the NCAA for scoring defense.
Yeah, so they just clamp up.
And physical.
Yeah. But Memphis, the difference I think with Memphis this year is they
held
can't
Evansville
shoot.
to 40.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In a 40-minute basketball game?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they sit.
Memphis
for sure.
can shoot though. That's the difference. Like Memphis, I feel like
Memphis can shoot the ball.
they're better equipped to play against a team like that because they can shoot.
So they
D2 Drake is what they called him all year.
I'm with them, bro. Shout out Drake, bro. Just stay away from Memphis and we good.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
What a story.
Shout out
What
to
a
them.
story.
Alan always.
I love stories like this every year.
Alan Boston always talks about that. He has said that several times that some of these coaches, especially at the mid-major level, the coaches are worth a lot of points. They're worth a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
That's real coach. He 43 years old? He young, too?
So we got conference championship games all week.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up your boy dropping 50, bro. You see that dude drop 50 for the culture? That dude? Hold on. College player.
I
thought you
saw
were gonna bring it
Grant.
up, bro.
I saw Grant Nelson
bro.
on Saturday.
Yeah, why didn't you bring up Grant Nelson?
Yeah, Jalen, why don't you
hold
have
on.
Grant Nelson highlights ready for us?
Hold on, bro.
Why didn't you bring up Grant Nelson?
That's all. That
did.
should have been the show's pre-roll.
Why didn't you want to talk about Grant Nelson, bro?
Our
Tracing
commercial break should be
Eaglestaff.
Grant Nelson.
Huh?
Tracing Eaglestaff. You see this?
No.
Tracing Eaglestaff for North Dakota.
He had 50?
He had a 50 ball. That's the
God.
first 50 ball since 2013.
I didn't even see that.
You didn't see that? Yeah, he dropped 50. He dropped 51.
Against who?
What's the guy's
South
name?
Dakota State. Tracing Eaglestaff. He plays for North Dakota. Hey, Luke, give us the scoop. You probably know him.
Eagle Staff? What
Yeah.
a name.
Yeah, I know, right? He has the second most points in the conference tournament game. You know who's number one? Fun trivia for y'all.
What conference?
I'm talking about all conferences. This guy played in I want to say Mountain West. That might give it away.
Harold Arsenault. Harold Arsenault, Weber State.
David Roddy.
Nah.
The Mountain West. Paul George.
Nah.
Kawhi Leonard. No, Kawhi wouldn't have scored 51.
This dude was known as a freaking bucket, bro.
Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer.
He dropped 52
Jimmer.
for BYU. They're now in the Big 12. I don't want to say Big 12. I want
Yep.
to give it the OG conference.
Right. Number 4, NBA weekend. All right, so this was a big weekend for matchups because we had on Saturday the big showdown between the Lakers and the Celtics, which saw the Celtics end up pulling away in the second half. The third quarter Celtics was unbelievable. I mean, holding the Lakers to 13 points in the quarter was absolutely crazy. And, of course, LeBron went out with the injury, but Jason Tatum was the best player on the floor. That included LeBron James and Luka Doncic. I mean, he had 40, 12, and 8. And the Celtics, it was one of those, it felt like one of those reminder games where it's like, okay, like I have defended them this year when they've gone through their malaise. And it's like, bro, they're bored, right? Like, and they're going to be the 2 seed, right? They're not going to catch Cleveland, but they're not going to drop below New York. And so, and they're also, I don't think, particularly worried about their opponents or care desperately about, trying to catch up to Cleveland. Like you're going to be the 2 seed. You're having a really good season. So to be locked in and laser-like focused every game is like an impossibility. So there's going to be times throughout the season that you're just not looking like yourselves. But when it's a big game, they showed you they could lock in. Like you could tell That was a totally different feeling.
And they don't have Porzingis.
That was a totally different feeling in that game.
They locked in,
you
bro.
watched them play.
Yeah.
That felt a lot more like playoff basketball.
We've seen it a couple of times.
Seen it a
this
couple
year.
times. They
did
cranked it up when they had to.
That road game at Cleveland,
Yep.
it was like, okay. Yeah.
Tatum and them really like, let me remind some folks. People said we fell off.
They cranked it up when they had to. And then yesterday, watched the Thunder and the Nuggets, and I felt like in that fourth quarter, obviously Oklahoma City just buried them in the fourth. Super tight game until that point. And you and I were texting during it. I felt like as soon as Chet hit Westbrook in the face and Westbrook lost the ball, and then there was no foul called, and it would have been Chet Holmgren's sixth personal foul, and Westbrook's laying on the ground, and Mike Malone goes crazy, and then there's a tech, and then it felt like the whole game unraveled. Honestly, from that point on. Like it was kind of it was still in the balance, and then it just totally unraveled after that.
Denver was rolling, bro. They were kind of on a run, kind of pushing them a little bit.
Yeah.
Russ, he slapped them. Yeah, that was it. After that, they put SGA back in, and then he just
over.
Boy.
Just buried them.
He scored like 9 straight, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Well, now, what's going to be super fascinating to see is because very rarely do we get these opportunities throughout the NBA season, but they are playing again tonight.
Yep.
And so it's very playoff-esque, where it's like, okay, played these teams. Now Denver will inevitably make their adjustments, and now we're going to see, like, if Oklahoma City can just bury them, and that's just the way it is, and it's just a poor matchup, or if the adjustments that are made in order to deal with what Oklahoma City brings to the table. Like this is a super fascinating one tonight.
Yeah,
to see what the outcome is.
Because even if like Denver, they lost Aaron Gordon in the first like 10 minutes.
Right.
But like still like you want to see like what. Because at some point in the game, it looked like SGA and they were flustered, bro.
Right.
When they started doing the little zone thing, they couldn't really get to the open shots, and it was like, okay, they figured them out. Then they went away from it. That moment happened, and then SGA was like, all right, I'm carrying y'all.
But you see Aaron Gordon going out. As we mentioned, we saw LeBron going out. Yeah. We've seen the Thompson twin go out for Houston, much like Jaren is out right now for the Grizzlies. Like, we know injuries and who is available and who's not available is going to dictate this stuff. As it stands right now, the Grizzlies are in fourth, but they are 1 game behind the Lakers, and they are 1 game behind Denver. And so if they were able to beat Phoenix tonight, we could look up tomorrow morning and they're now tied with Denver in terms of record. Like, this stuff is you're a game away from all this stuff. So there is 1 game separating the Grizzlies from the 2 seed right now with the Lakers and the Nuggets. And there's 1 game separating them from Houston. But now it says at least 2 weeks on Amen Thompson, and that is a big loss for Houston. He is a massive piece of a winning component to what they do. There is 4 games separating them and Golden State, who has certainly been on a roll as of late.
They beat the Pistons.
And right now, the big thing is there is 4 games separating the Grizzlies and 7. Like, the only thing that we have talked about regularly is you want to stay in those top 5, right? You want to stay in those top 5. And so the farther into the season you can get with that lead being around 4 games, the harder it is for a team to be able to flip the standings on you. And look, if the one I would be concerned about, honestly, is Golden State. In terms of, like, they're the only one that is behind you that I look at and I go, it wouldn't shock me if they played 4 games better than you the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it's a big ask for Minnesota or the Clippers or Sacramento, any of those teams to play, 4 and 5 games better than you the rest of the way, And so that's kind of where the standings are right now. You're 1 game back from the Lakers and Denver. You are 1 game ahead of the Rockets. And then you're 4 games ahead from Golden State and Minnesota. And so tonight, the Grizzlies are playing against Phoenix.
For the 35th time in like 2 weeks.
Feels that way. And look, Denver, OKC, one of them is going to lose. So obviously it would matter much more if Denver lost than if Oklahoma City lost, because Oklahoma City is 12 games ahead of everyone.
Yeah, they're
unbelievable.
I'm gonna be a hater, bro. I just want to see them have a chink in the armor, bro. Because I was watching them on that fourth quarter stretch, and I was like, oh my gosh.
They were devastated. They were devastated.
I was like, yo, miss a shot.
Miss a shot.
And like they looked up, they went from down 4 to down 20, and I was like, okay, this is not fun.
They're devastated.
Their point differential is
really
crazy.
Crazy.
Man,
Crazy.
Wait, I don't see him here. Did you guys drink that Dr. Thunder? Y'all are talking good about him. Did y'all drink that Dr. Thunder I left for y'all last week? Did y'all drink it? Y'all must have drank that Y'all drank that Dr. Thunder.
We just watched the basketball game.
Y'all drank that. Why you drank that Dr. Thunder?
While you were watching freaking.
You were drinking that Dr. Thunder.
Nah, bro. I was hoping to miss a shot. I want them to brick.
While you were drinking
I
that
was
Dr.
rooting
Thunder.
against them to miss a shot.
Man,
Then SGA was like, yeah, I just played, I don't really care about anything. All these things come to me because, our team just plays well, and I just want to do the right thing to put our team in the right position to win games. I'm like, shut up.
You drink that Dr. T. Yeah. Keep sipping that Dr. T.
Number 5, NFL free agency. So the biggest one by far was, I guess the most. All right, which event has surprised you the most in terms of NFL free agency
Miles Garrett?
thus far?
Yeah,
the Miles Garrett
Dude.
saying there's not an amount of money that can make you give up on your dreams, and then finding out that there actually is an amount of money that can have you give up on your dreams.
Miles
They
Garrett's
put
like, I want to go
in front of him. He's like, what do I sign?
Miles Garrett, I want to play for a winning team. I want to know what that feels like. So, what if we make you by far the highest paid defensive player ever and give you more money than anybody ever would? Yeah, okay. All right,
I got y'all.
I'm good.
Hey,
Yeah,
4 and 7 is
do it.
fine, as long as this check's still clear, buddy.
Let's do it.
So that one is the most surprising to you? I
Yeah.
mean, because the number was so extreme.
Yeah, that
Is it
one.
123 guaranteed?
Huh?
123 was guaranteed, right?
I
I
think
thought it was
that-
like 140
Yeah,
in total,
it's-
right?
I think the-
123.5 million is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
the 123 is like guaranteed.
Yeah, that'll make me sign.
Yeah. I think the most surprising was probably DK Metcalf. I didn't see the trade to the Steelers coming. Like, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Also, the contract that he got.
Yeah, everybody
What
knew
did
he
he get,
wanted
5
to
and 150 or something?
But usually when players request the trade, it usually takes a little bit. Like Myles Garrett requested it several weeks ago. I remember my receiver had requested a trade at one, and it just takes a while for it to happen. And it's like DK Metcalf requested a trade like last Thursday, and then boom, Sunday he's traded.
I mean, CeeDee Lamb got 4 and 136 last year, and everybody killed the Cowboys for, waiting too long. Like, bro, look how long you waited, and that's why it cost you all that. But, right? Like, it was an issue, right?
Yeah, what Jamar Chase?
DK Metcalf got 5 and 150.
All it does is reset the market.
Yikes.
And the thing is, is he going to get to keep his number, or is George Pickens going to get to keep 14?
Oh.
Because, those are two dudes
They'll
that-
probably get rid of Pickens.
Yeah.
You think so?
They should keep him. They should keep both.
You got
I
to
know.
keep Pickens, bro.
I know,
if
but
they have Pickens and Metcalf,
But
that
he's
is
a big
two
prima donna,
long
too.
He
balls.
is. That's what
I
I'm saying.
know.
Like, bro, he walk in the locker room like, yo, I'm 5 years 150. Let me get that number.
Do you like Aaron Rodgers for them?
No.
Dude, you are
No.
very close.
No.
You're 2/4 of the way, though, man. You
No.
can run 4 verticals.
No.
When you got DK Metcalf and George Pickens, like
And Calvin Austin.
you
Good luck.
You're close to being able to run 4 verticals. You're close.
I don't want-
You would
PlayStation.
rather have Aaron Rodgers than Fields or Wilson. Come on.
Yes, I would say yes to
Fields
that.
is mega inaccurate.
Fields, yes. I'd rather have Rodgers. I'd rather have Rodgers.
Mega inaccurate. Not just
Wilson,
inaccurate. He's
dude,
mega
I don't know
inaccurate.
because the one thing
I mean,
Wilson,
Wilson would just throw the go routes.
and
to
that's
DK.
what he's awesome
all I
at.
gotta do.
That's the one thing Wilson is still really good at is throwing the deep
Just
ball.
chuck
so
it.
like you got
There
both of
is going to be
those.
an element where you could just chuck it on
We
that
saw
team.
him do it to with George Pickens when Pickens was healthy. He just threw it up to
Just
him.
a 1-year thing anyway.
Yeah, you got to keep Pickens, bro.
Yeah, you got to keep
gotta
Pickens.
keep
You
Pickens.
keep Pickens with Metcalf. Otherwise, that doesn't make any sense.
Dude, I thought Chris Godwin's career ended
thought it
last
was
year
too.
He got a 3-year deal with the Bucks.
Okay.
Good for
Chris
him.
Godwin, get your
Yeah,
money. Get your
good
money.
for him. Because remember how we were so sad about that last year? And he
Well,
was
there's
like,
that
it's like,
video
"Geez,
where
man."
it looked like he said my career's over.
Yeah, right. Where it looked like his career was over. And so that was a big one.
The Adams stuff is crazy too.
Huh?
Devontae Adams. That wasn't, but like signing with the Rams is not shocking because he wanted to go back to the West Coast.
Huh?
So like he was going to sign with a West Coast team.
You don't want him to be a 49er?
We can't afford it.
Oh.
We ain't got the money.
So you had Chris Godwin, who got signed. We still don't know what's going on with Sam Darnold yet, right? That one's still hanging out there. Same with Bosa. That one's still hanging out there.
We may get him.
Who? You might get the Bosa brothers.
We're the favorite to get him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, the
the
Bosa
MAGA
brothers
brothers
playing in San Francisco is hilarious.
The MAGA brothers together.
Yeah, in San Francisco
Black
is
quarterbacks, watch out.
hilarious.
Stephon Diggs is still hanging out there, right?
Yeah.
He's still Amari Cooper still hanging out there. So I mean, there's still a lot left to come of the this NFL free agency. But
ESPN's #1 free agent just went off the board to the Lions.
Who's that?
DJ Reed.
Oh wow.
He was ranked as the cornerback. He was ranked as the #1 free agent, and he just went off the board. 3 years, $48 million.
Wow.
How's the what's that team called? The Bengals. They didn't pay Chase yet, have they?
No.
Because I know they franchise Higgins.
T. Higgins.
Yeah, bro. Y'all gotta.
What is DK's average?
As we
out
said
to?
last year, if you're not paying Jamar Chase, who are you paying?
That's 37.5. They could have had Jamar Chase for $35 million a year.
You're gonna have to pay him about
They could
40,
have had him for
40 ball.
And DK Metcalf now just signed for 37.5, bro. You're gonna have to pay Jamar Chase $45 million a year.
I told you, CD was 136.
136.
Yeah, they could have the.
What's
That's
that?
34.
Yep.
And DK's at 37.5.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Jamar Chase is gonna be over 40. It's
Bengals,
over
y'all
40.
How much
struggling,
money
bro.
have they cost themselves?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Should
And
just-
they've pissed the guy off. Just so bizarre.
Yeah, bro.
It's so bizarre.
Yep.
If you're not paying Jamar Chase, what are you paying?
What are you paying? You ain't paying your defense.
That dude just hit the triple crown for receivers: receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns.
and he just
Led the league in all of them.
And he still ain't got his bread yet.
And he's also got this crazy connection with your quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah. Pay the guy, man.
Yeah, stop messing with that guy.
Just pay the dude.
Their
y'all doing?
defense is still
your
terrible.
Team sign anybody?
Stop. I don't want to talk about it.
did you?
Every year. No. Nothing.
Who y'all gonna get to replace Zach
I don't
Martin?
want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about my team. Free agency is the worst every year.
Y'all don't sign no.
It's just old and never.
Doesn't bring back old dudes that y'all used to have.
I mean, and look, the Micah Parsons thing is about to get real.
Dude, that Myles Garrett contract
I
messed you
know.
up so bad
Oh,
with,
yeah,
with
Oh, you
Micah.
didn't see Micah tweeting about it yesterday?
What did he tweet?
He did the, what's it called, emojis or whatever, and I was like, oh, God.
Yeah, Bosa.
Here we go.
So Max Crosby was the highest paid defensive player for like a day, and then Myles Garrett got that contract.
You said Micah Parsons.
What?
Jalen, what did you say?
What did he fix for me?
Oh, he fixed the tie. Oh, not including the Cowboys.
Not including the Cowboys.
There we
Oh,
go.
okay. Good.
Oh man, oh, damn.
Yeah. Jordan Lewis signed with the Jags. That was one of our corners. That's what you wanted to know. Free agency for me is always like somebody signing with somebody else. It's not me getting excited about who we signed. It's who signed elsewhere.
Who left your team?
We re-signed O.C. Iguodala.
You did resign him.
I
Did
know.
you mention Hassan Reddick?
Huh?
Did you mention Hassan
No.
Reddick? He signed 1 year, 14 with the Bucks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good. I saw your Kinlaw. He signed with the Commanders.
He wasn't on our team last year.
crazy guy?
He was with the Jets last year.
Oh, he was?
He was
Yeah.
using-
Oh, I didn't even know.
That was a bust of a draft
Oh,
pick.
well, I mean, two rat teams I didn't pay attention to for the second half of the season, the 49ers and the Jets.
Yeah,
Dang.
we were.
They are saying-
and we
they are
still we beat y'all. We sucked, and we still beat y'all. When you had Dak, because Dak can't beat us. Seriously, the only I don't think Dak has ever beaten us.
What draft pick do y'all have?
11, I think.
Why is it that high?
I think we're 11. Dude, we won 6 games. There were 10 more teams.
Wait, the Cowboys won more games?
Way crappier than us. Yeah.
With Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
By the way, he
wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. You couldn't beat us.
I didn't realize that. Oh,
you couldn't beat us when you had your team.
Head-to-head's what matters.
You couldn't beat us when you weren't injured.
Okay. Head-to-head.
Seriously, I don't think Dak Prescott's ever beaten us. The only time you beat us, it was Andy Dalton against Nick Mullins.
He's 2-2. He's 2-2 against the 49ers.
Honestly, I can't remember what it's like to have 6 wins. What is it like?
To have 6 wins?
Yeah, I've never had a season like that.
Dak Prescott is not 2-2 against the 49ers. He's lost his last 3 starts to us. His last 4 starts to us, he's lost.
Dak Prescott has a 2-2 record against the 49ers in his career.
That's not true. That's not true.
Can I not believe AI then?
Yeah, you can't believe AI. This past season, the season before, we beat them 42-10. We beat them in the playoffs before that, and then we beat them in the playoffs before that in Dallas.
In 2016?
Yes, that's 4 straight we've beaten Dak Prescott.
What about 2016? Who won the game in 2016?
I don't know. Nobody cares about 2016. That was forever ago.
Yeah, it says right here, 2-2.
See?
That's not true. Then they're not counting the postseason because he's 0-2 in the postseason.
Yeah, he's 0-2 in the postseason.
Yeah, so he's 2-4. That's a losing record.
But you said he never beat y'all.
Losing quarterback.
You said he's never beat y'all before.
I mean, not when we've mattered. No.
What does it feel like to have 6 wins? I don't know. I can't relate.
It's the 11th pick. That's how it feels.
I can't relate.
It feels like the 11th pick.
Oh, okay.
That's a tough scene, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
you need a lot though.
Yeah. Enjoy OC Amabuga or whatever.
Letters.
Or Diggy Zoowa.
A Diggy Zoowa, whatever.
He's gonna be hurt by week 4. It's all good. Shout out to Diggy.
Seriously, who are y'all getting in free agency?
I got a injury report for you, bro.
I don't know if we're getting anybody.
Injury report just came out.
All right.
Questionable. Oh, I'll go out first. Santi Aldama, calf strain. Luke Kennard, lower back soreness. Those are the 2 rotation guys. Questionable. Brandon Clark, right knee soreness. Zach Edey, ankle soreness. And Vince Williams Jr., right foot soreness.
Okay. So Bain and Morant aren't on the injury list.
Yeah, I just want.
Okay, that's all I cared about.
This means Gigi's playing.
Hey, we gotta get Gigi together, bro.
Yeah, we do, man.
Like
either that or don't play him. It's one of the other. It's one or the other. Like you gotta get it together.
Vince and Gigi both. For as much hope as we had about we just need to get them back.
Vince, at least like last night, he did make a good defensive play, like at the rim. That Reeves dude drove on him, and Vince like stood right up to it. Yeah. So that's something I can remember. Where I'm like, it was a good play.
Who?
It was Antonio Reeves.
Dude, Team 12, the dude that looked like John Moran.
We played We played Trey Murphy in the Birmingham Squadron yesterday. That's who we played.
Okay.
Team 12.
And we're celebrating the good defensive play on Antonio Reeves.
It's called a slump buster.
I get excited.
It's called a slump buster, Vernon.
Huh?
It's called a slump buster.
It is. Slump buster. We've all had one. Shout out the Windjammer.
Take a break. We'll be back into this Chris Vernon Show.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
It's time! Let's go!
Bain drives.
Oh yeah.
Close. He hits and the Grizzlies have the lead.
Yeah!
Jared with a knockaway.
Good defense.
Morant attacking, spinning, hanging, and hitting.
Let's go!
Anticipate each challenge. Make a quick response. Capitalize on every opportunity. And win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with 2 big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the 80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Number 9, man. I'm gonna be ready and hype. Let's just gonna be hype. My banner gonna be up right next to my brothers, Zebo, Big Spain. It's a great feeling, man. Never imagined this. I didn't think this would ever be a thing, and it's one of the biggest days of my life. I'm looking forward to it.
Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with 2 big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the 80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700. Where will Aaron Rodgers play?
Gosh.
God, I can't believe we're doing this again.
You know who it's going to be.
Oh.
Tennessee Titans. Tighten up.
Oh, no.
You know they're going to do it. You know they're going to do it.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris
On one morning
Vernon.
bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I've been speeding on that train.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show. What are you laughing about?
We had the Cowboys have made a signing, according to folks in the chat.
Bro, make me fight you. I dare you.
Cowboys, 3 years, $4.45 million.
What? $4 million?
Long snapper Trent Sieg. $3.1 million in guaranteed money. That's what the streets are saying. You said you don't ever sign anybody.
Hey, at least that long snap is gonna be the snap's gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? Right down the middle, Verno.
It's okay.
Laces and spaces, you feel me?
It's okay, dude.
Keep your head up.
Let's finish 10 things.
I love 10 things.
Shut up. Number 6, what'd you watch? All right, so honestly, with the Grizzlies on Friday night and on Sunday night, and then Saturday night, I watched Lakers Celtics.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched anything else. I don't think I watched anything that wasn't sports related. I don't think I I don't think I watched anything else. What about y'all?
I started the Josiah Johnson documentary on Hulu. You know the dude that made all that.
Oh yeah. It's about memes or whatever.
Yeah, it's like,
memes and nightmares.
Yeah, memes and nightmares. It's like what is the greatest NBA memes of all time?
Is it good?
I got probably 15 minutes in and I fell asleep because I was tired. But
that good, huh?
No. I was tired. I was tired. I just needed something to watch.
It's like,
watch until I fell asleep.
I can't imagine a worse endorsement for something.
No. I'm gonna go back.
What is it? So it's the greatest NBA memes or like GIFs?
It's called memes and nightmares.
Man said yes, Rose.
Or GIFs?
What is a meme, bro?
I know. It's just like you put the picture up and you write something on it.
Yeah.
It's a meme.
Uncle Rosa.
Or is there a GIF? Or is it a GIF?
All right. So, anyways,
so it's like basically like they're proclaiming that the J.R. Smith meme is the greatest one of all time. So they go interview former players and interview J.R. Smith. But
it's like the whole culture, the internet culture of NBA fandom and the memes that go along with it.
I gotta spin the block.
And you fell asleep. Wow.
I was tired. Bro.
Okay.
I was tired.
Wow.
I was tired. I
Sounds very
honestly,
exciting.
you know, like how Rosa reads the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, it would say Devin Walker, Grind City Media, quote, "I fell asleep."
But I might spin the block.
But I might spin the
block.
I'm definitely gonna spin
That's
the block.
tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Do we have reviews now? Well, there is a review. Who does it say?
I don't know about the meme, but it sure was a nightmare.
Steven Silver from the SS Ben Hecht, whatever that is.
That's a what's it called? That's a ship.
That's what I thought.
It's a sailboat.
That's a sailboat on the river.
He says,
Wait, you get a quote on Rotten Tomatoes for being on a sailboat? The SS Ben Hecht?
Steven Silver says, call this one Exit Through the Gift Shop if it had been about NBA Twitter.
No.
Bro, that is like
that's straight from a sailboat, bro.
Yeah, how does your brain go there, bro?
Huh?
How does your brain go there, bro?
Oh, he spent an hour thinking of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exit the gift shop.
He's not a top critic, okay? There are no top critics have reviewed it yet.
Well, let him get on land. See what happens.
Let him get on land. It's crazy.
He's only not a top critic because he's on a boat. The SS Ben Hecht. Or whatever he said.
Not that SS Ben Hecht. Yeah, that's probably all I watched this weekend. I tried to start some stuff.
Roser?
No, I didn't watch anything.
No?
I did go to another restaurant. I've been to this restaurant before, but I will say because they have one of the best.
Restaurant Johnny.
Yeah, they have.
Done it again.
No. I'm dead serious.
Doing it again.
It's the second time I've been here. It's the second time I've had this because it was so good the first time. It's an appetizer. So anybody
You got an app?
Get an app. Bellmead Social. It's at the corner of Poplar and Perkins. They're poke nachos appetizer. I'm dead serious.
Bellmead Social?
Bellmead. It's BELLE. MEADE.
Poplar and Perkins?
Social. Poplar and
What you
Perkins.
doing over there?
Wait, are you talking about
live there.
Wait, where what's it called used to be? The Jim's place?
Yeah, that building. That's it.
And then it was like an Italian place.
It was a Strano.
Yeah.
Now it's Bellmead Social.
What is it? What kind of restaurant is that?
I mean, I will say it's.
Is it like high end?
No, it can be.
Oh.
But like the appetizer, it's like, I think the nachos are like $15, $17. But it's like anything you get, dude, it's a lot of food. So like you could order, say you ordered like their burger, it's like $22. I guarantee you could split it between you.
It's
and
good
your
though.
wife.
They got a dress code in this joint.
They're poke nachos, Bellmead Social. Awesome. Amazing. Get 'em.
Really?
Yes,
There's
they're
a dress code in
amazing.
here.
All right.
This is the kind of spot you're right.
Bellmead Social.
Look at Roser, bro.
And
Yeah.
they do have like
He's so high class.
So high
I am.
class.
He's
Very-
so high
Did you
class.
wear your good T-shirt to this place, Roser?
If you see me at Poplar Perkins, I'm at that Hop Dotty.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's across the street
After
from
like
that.
one of my kids' games or something.
I'm at a gas station.
That gas station right there is good as hell.
They serve the breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they serve the breakfast and all that. Yeah.
Did you wear your good T-shirt, Roser, to this?
Did I? What did I wear?
Oh no, he wore a collar.
Oh, you wore a collar for
Yeah,
this?
he's John Collar when he goes to this kind of
I
stuff.
think I wore a QZ.
A quarter zip.
A QT.
QZ.
QZ, dude.
I wore QZ.
He said QZ.
That's a
quarter
drug,
zip,
man.
bro.
A quarter zip?
My
Qs.
God.
Wore Qs, bro.
Look at that. He got a quarter zip in his Hokas, bro. He's on clouds.
On cloud
I wore New
season.
Balance.
On clouds.
I wore New Balance.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
I did. I wore New Balance.
Quarter zip Roser.
I think I did. No, I wore Adidas. Yeah. That's right. That's what's up.
Number 7, Penny Hardaway and players in the pros. So this is the kind of thing. Look, we have lamented print media and what has happened with print media, and that, like, we don't get the newspapers like we used to. But I still, especially if I'll see a link online, I like to click on it and read and catch up on what's going on. And every once in a while, there's something where I'm like, you know what, man? Somebody put a lot of work into something, and I totally respect this. And it's something that I did want to know. Mm-hmm. Jason Munns, shout out to you from the Commercial Appeal, because he wrote the article, Penny Hardaway puts players in the pros. Where are former Tigers now? Okay. How many times do you and I talk about this, and we say, I wonder whatever happened to so-and-so. I love this kind of stuff. Yeah. Because you just lose track.
Yeah.
You just don't know. 21 former Memphis basketball players who played under Penny Hardaway are currently playing professional basketball. All right?
21, okay.
And there are tons of these names. I had no idea what happened to them. Obviously, you have an awareness of guys that we hear of throughout the year. Damian Ball, who got a deal in the NBA. Naquan Tomlin, who got a deal in the NBA. So you have Ball, Tomlin, and they joined Precious Achiuwa for the Knicks, Jalen Duren for Detroit, Lester Quinones for the Pelicans, Josh Minot for the Timberwolves, Imani Bates, the Cavs, James Wiseman, the Pacers. Those guys have all gotten NBA minutes this season. Wiseman obviously went down with a season-ending Achilles injury, right? Jeremiah Martin.
Where's he at?
Earl Raumash Yekaterinburg.
He's in Russian.
Yeah,
Let's say he's a
Russian league.
Let's say he's a Russian, bro.
How about, dude, wait till I get to some of these names. Rainier Thornton.
Former hustle Rainier Thornton.
Played for Tubby Smith, didn't he?
He's playing in Taiwan.
Okay. 11 points, 12 boards, okay.
Kevon Davenport.
Oh, shout out Kevon Davenport.
How about that one?
Kevon was good.
The United Arab Emirates Basketball League. By the way, look what he averaged.
They're all putting up numbers, 25 and 2.
25 and 9.
Yeah.
Alex Lomax played in Kosovo.
Where's Kosovo?
Kosovo.
Bro, what country? Where is that at?
It's Kosovo.
You keep saying it. Like what country?
It was war-torn
Like what is it close
for a
to?
long time.
Oh, it's close to Serbia.
Yeah, like middle, like Serbia, Yugoslavia, like all that, right?
Southeastern Europe.
Yeah.
Okay. You got news, Rosen?
Do I have news?
You made the news noise.
Tyler Harris.
Oh, where's
the Czech Basketball League?
Okay.
What's he doing there?
10 points, 2 assists. Okay, shout out T. Harris.
Okay, so we got Precious, we got Damian Ball, we know those. Lester Quinones, we know those. Boogie Ellis is playing for the Stockton Kings in the G League.
They're the best second best. They're the 1 seed now. Them and Austin been going back and forth.
Lance Thomas. He is in the Mongolian Basketball League.
Lance Thomas.
The kid that went to Louisville.
I don't know they had a league, but good to know.
I thought that was the guy that David Fisdale compared to Draymond.
No, that's a different Lance Thomas.
There's 2 Lance Thomases.
Yeah, he went number 42.
Oh, I kind of remember that guy.
He was tall,
okay,
lanky, big shoulders.
Yeah.
Landers Nolly. Once played for the Birmingham Squadron.
Yeah, he was in the G League last year.
Now is playing in Taiwan.
But does this say 36 points a game?
Yes, 36. Yeah, so a lot of these teams in China, Taiwan, they're only allowed to have 2 Americans.
So the Americans can hoop?
Yeah, well, they're taller than everybody. So
that's choked up, bro.
Yeah.
DeAndre Williams. He played for the Azerbaijan Super League, where he helped the Taiwan Beer Leopards to a T1 championship.
I thought he was still
That was the team that had DeMarcus Cousins.
I thought he was still trying to get another year of eligibility here.
He is.
So every now and then he's like behind the bench.
He's working on it, Rosie.
Yeah, he's still trying.
Keep going down. Kendrick Davis obviously played for the G League Santa Cruz Warriors. Then
he's in Australia.
He is in Australia. He was a finalist for the MVP.
Yeah.
Averaged 25 and 8.
Would you say he won?
No, was a finalist.
Final. So.
No, he won MVP?
Yeah, because they did a big ceremony.
Oh, okay.
It came across my Twitter. They did like a big ceremony thing for him. I think they flew his parents in. And he didn't know that they flew his mom in.
Elijah McCadden.
Bro, I forgot about him.
Elijah McCadden played for league in Portugal.
All right.
He was playing in a league in Portugal.
He was in 18.4.
Oh, all right. This is all for you.
Where's Keontae Kennedy?
No.
Where's my guy Keontae Kennedy?
This is all for you. Letters.
Isaiah Maurice?
No.
Oh.
Letters.
Oh, the dude that can jump high. Oh, I got it. He's playing for the Harlem Globetrotters. Oh,
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
Say
I
his
remember
name.
letters.
Kairuchi Akabindu Ewangu. There you go.
He's playing in Italy.
Oh, he's gonna be on the Globetrotters, bro.
Roser's guy, Keontae Kennedy.
Yeah, what's Keontae Kennedy doing?
He finished his year at Cal, or career at Cal, and then he most recently signed with the Sporting Club de Portugal Lisboa.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember that.
Demaria Franklin.
Bro,
Demaria.
Oh, that's the word 55. He wore
He
55.
played for Penny? I thought he was like a...
Bro, he played for the team last
He's
year.
now in the...
He played for them last year?
Hey, you ready for this?
Demaria Franklin was not on our team last year.
You ready for this? The Rwandan Basketball League.
Okay.
You know there was
Rwanda?
Yeah, did you know that there was a league in Rwanda?
Who knew?
So there you go.
He was 2 years ago, Rosa. He wore
And then obviously you know what's happened with all the others.
I thought he was
Tomlin,
Pastner.
Damian Ball, all those guys. Kind of wild though, huh? A lot of guys making a living playing basketball, and a lot of those leagues, the Rwanda League, the Mongolian League, like seems like you can play professional basketball all over the globe now.
They all put up numbers too.
Yeah.
They put up like legitimate numbers.
Yeah.
They ain't just scrubs over there.
It's a lot of guys that have actually made a living playing basketball, even if they haven't made it in the G League or the NBA.
Yeah, good for them, man.
Kind of crazy. Shout out to Jason Munz for tracking all that down and finding out where all of those guys are. Because I can't imagine it's that easy.
No.
Figure out where all that is. Yes. Number 8. Russell Henley won the Arnold Palmer Classic over the weekend. Colin Morikawa had the lead by 3 strokes, no less. And, dude, NBC, I mean, I was watching this yesterday afternoon because I wanted to see who won this because all the best players were in this tournament, or a lot of the best players were in this tournament. And Morikawa looked like he was going to win the thing. Bro, the whole tournament flipped when Russell Henley on 16, he chips in for eagle. Bro, they missed it at commercial. Came back, and it was halfway through the shot, and you didn't even know what happened.
Oh, that's
And
tough.
then they show the replay of it, and it's like the most, like literally, you watch the whole week for this moment, right, where the tournament flips. And they missed. I mean, it was a disaster. And then Russell Henley won. Congratulations to Russell Henley. But obviously, Colin Morikawa was a much bigger star, right? And Morikawa couldn't make a putt to save his life. The other story that was good was the one that our buddy Braden Thornberry missed the cut by 1 stroke in the Puerto Rico Open. That was the other PGA event that was going on. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because I know you guys probably don't know this, but there's this guy named Carl Phillips who was in I think they said his 4th start, like that 4th tournament he's gotten to play. Anyways, this guy Carl Phillips won the tournament. And this is why I'm mentioning this. Not because you have an awareness of Carl Phillips or like this tournament is something that we would pay attention to. Bro, he just before this tournament became the first player to be signed by Sunday Red, Tiger Woods Sunday Red. Oh. The dude signed with Tiger's company, wore all Sunday Red Tiger Woods gear, and friggin' won. immediately.
Yeah, that's good luck,
He immediately
Yeah,
won. I'm
it's
like,
good juju.
dude, what are the chances you sign a guy to endorse your product and then he wins immediately?
Yeah.
That's good
That's
luck.
crazy.
Yeah, that's good luck.
So the guy won wearing all Sunday Red stuff. And he's the only, there's only one golfer that's signed with Tiger's brand, yes. And it's this guy who I have never heard of in my life. And he went and won.
Probably how he
As
got
soon as he
signed
put
to.
on Sunday Red, he won.
Started getting wins, bro.
So
That's,
good.
That's how you do it. By the way, we got breaking news.
Breaking news?
Sam Darnold to the Seahawks, 3 years, $110.5 million.
He did not cost himself nearly as much as we thought he did.
Well, once they traded Geno to the Raiders, it was
He didn't cost himself that much money.
Still got paid.
$55 million in guaranteed money.
You still got the brick.
Unbelievable.
We thought once he got exposed, like, yo,
right?
Ain't nobody gonna want you, bro.
Yeah, we thought he cost himself.
But the question is,
more?
Darius Slay signing with the Pittsburgh Steelers now.
Bro, they finna have a squad.
They're loading up, huh? Pittsburgh's tired of being bad.
Oh, updated on the Darnold. Schefter has updated. It's not 110, it's 100.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Darnold.
All right.
Thanks.
Number 9, the TA shirts are available in the team store right now at the Grizz Den. I want all of the people that are listeners of this show and have wanted those shirts to be able to get them. So they are on sale right now. They're in the team store. If you can't get down there and get one, you can send your friend maybe that's closer to downtown. Maybe they can pick one up for you. But I want to make sure that everybody that is listening can get said shirts. They are there. They will be in the team store tonight. They will be in the team store Wednesday night. They will be in the team store Friday night and Saturday night. And if we run out, we will be able to order more, I hope. But certainly there will be some available for Saturday night. But I just want to give everybody a heads up. Today is the first day that they have been made available. And so they're there. If you got a chance to get down here either for the game tonight or during the afternoon, you can grab one as of today. Also, we got to give our SkyDog of the game tonight. Every time there is a home game, our buddies over at Wiseacre bring us the SkyDog of the game. SkyDog is, of course, the 99-calorie beer that won the gold medal in Denver at the massive beer contest they have, and all beers had to bow down to SkyDog. SkyDog, coolest can going. It's delicious, and you can get it all around town. You see it at Kroger, you see it at Fresh Market. Grab you some SkyDog when you're enjoying the game. Drink responsibly. Wiseacre, of course, right around the corner. Great food, great beers. Who is the player we're going to be talking about tomorrow?
Huff Daddy.
Okay.
We're going down to the Huffington Post.
All right. Roser says Jay Huff.
Space
He's the player
See
we
it
are.
last night when he got to play. Space.
Well, you remember the last time we played against this team, there was 299 points in the game.
Yes.
299 points.
And
between these two
they
teams.
also they were just spamming Edie in the pick and roll and playing him off the court. So I think Huff tonight.
Maybe some bags action.
It is. Go ahead. Who you want?
You got it. I got you. I'll go last.
Oh, I'm going Desmond Bain 30 plus.
I think I'm the one. I'm the one that's won. the last
Desmond Bain 30 plus tonight, and I think he gets because him and Booker get under each other's skin too.
Yeah, they do.
So I'm gonna say Desmond Bain continues this streak. He is pistol hot right now, and I think he goes for 30 plus.
I'm gonna go right with you. I'm gonna go John 30 plus.
Ooh, so we got two 30-point scores.
Yeah. Because if they
they did last
they
night.
put points on the board.
That's right.
If it's gonna be a high,
You know it's going to be
game.
between those two, and the other ones are going to have to play off them.
Exactly. So yeah, Roser, we're banking on our picks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, Roser's got Jay Huff. I've got Dez over 30, and Devin's got Ja over 30. Number 10 tonight. All right, so of course here we have the Grizzlies playing against the Phoenix Suns at FedEx Forum. Also going on tonight is that massive matchup that we mentioned between Oklahoma City and Denver. That is the biggest one that is going on tonight by a pretty wide margin. Oklahoma City and Denver, and that one's going to be one to pay attention to, especially considering what it could mean towards thinking about how those teams would face each other in the playoffs. There is a West Coast Conference semifinal that is going on tonight. St. Mary's and Pepperdine, but Pepperdine stinks. So
they've been on a run. They've been on a run, though.
These conference tournaments are going to get cracking later this week in a big way. So
it's the time of year where we learn about all of it.
That's right.
The whole season we didn't pay attention, but we learned about all of it in 1 week.
All of it.
Which I love.
All of it.
Love it. Best time of year, baby.
Yep. Best time of the year. Thank you to John Rose across the glass. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. We will be back tomorrow. Until then, we go.